Hi everybody. Today I'm going to have a look at the Welders. This is an obscure band from Florissant, Missouri. Friends together from 75 to 80. A unique glam punk band musically, that is. 4 women entered the studio. They recorded a 7-inch single comprised of 4 songs. The 7-inch disc was not released for another 30 years. The reason for this is unclear, but in 2010 the original lineup reformed for a one-off concert, and that's this. The same song sounded timeless. Plus, there was new material, vaguely psychedelic. Somehow, Carolyn Fujimoto on bass, Stephanie Von Drassic on vocals, Jane Fujimoto on drums and keyboards. They had Beatlesque chemistry. At first, they could just barely play. Like any good punk act begins, Kelly Draper joined on guitar. Finding a venue that would accommodate new originals was vexing in the 70s. Bands were expected to make a name for themselves, playing covers and sticking a few originals in here and there onto their set. You don't do it that way. You get beat up in the parking lot. Sarah Oberst on bass and vocals commented, "We were straight edge before there was a straight edge. No drugs, no booze, no boys. The theme was a rant against sexism, the kind they had been regularly subjected to in high school. Their song, Debutantes in Bondage, is about unwanted attention in the streets, with an element of humor. The Welders were like the Marx Brothers. If they would have been teenage..." Hold on. What do we got? No, I don't think we want you. Sorry about that. How about this one? I'm almost done. Teenage punks in the 70s. It's not surprising that this sentiment would be well received 30 years later. The truth will out. Their music is highly collectible. Songs, SOS, Deb's in Bondage, Pervert, Baby Don't Go, and Voices. Stuff's compelling, isn't it? Brings the 70s right back to me. This band did not get well known, but they certainly had a cult following, and I believe that even goes on today, because here's a group of women kind of standing up and saying, "We're not going to be what your society wants to make us into." Very early on in the 70s, this is pretty difficult for Americans to latch on to, but they persevered, and look where we are now.